Hey everyone, G-Loves Trades here. You join me in Manchester today, where I'm about to have another first class ride with Transport for Wales. Now, to be honest, I wasn't expecting to be travelling with TFW again so soon. However, last time, well, I was meant to be trying out the 3-course dinner option, and unfortunately it went a bit melons up. TFW have recently introduced the new Christmas menu though, so it's given me the perfect opportunity to do a sort of take 2 of it. So yeah, if all goes to plan today, I will be having a Christmassy 3-course dinner on the train. Okay, so I was meant to be catching the 12:30 Cardiff Central service all the way through to Cardiff. Honestly, any excuse to get down to my favourite place. But as I was making my way to platform 10 then, the ticket inspectors informed me that the 12:30 service has been cancelled. I think it's because the inbound service is currently delayed by over half an hour. So the next service to Cardiff is in an hour's time, but that's going to be operated by a class 197. And of course, there's not going to be a first class service on there. So I think what I'm going to do is message TFW and ask them if there's any chance that I could catch the 14:30 service instead. Now, I don't expect them to say yes to that because I am travelling on a first class advanced single, but I may as well just ask and see what they say. Well, they've not answered me yet, so I'm going to go and inquire at the information thing here instead. The person in there was really lovely and they were like, of course you can wait for the 14:30, get your first class. So yeah, I've got, what time is it now? Oh, it's nearly 1 o'clock now, so I'm in an hour and 15 minutes-ish to wait until the loco-hauled train pulls in. I'm just making my way down platform 10. I'm going to go find a seat up here to chill out in. Oh my days, the train I was meant to be on did end up running. It just started at Wilmslow instead of Mart'sMiscMix. If I'd known, I could have made my way to Wilmslow and caught it from there. But then again, I think this was a last minute plan. I've been at Mart'sMiscMix for coming up to 3 hours now, but hopefully I'll be out of here soon. I am just waiting for the train to pull in, and it is of course going to be a Class 67 and Mark IV coach set. The first thing I did when I woke up this morning was check that the 12:30 service was being operated by a loco-hauled train, and it was, and yep, the 14:30 service is going to be as well, so happy days. Once the train pulls in, I will just try and grab a word with the guard just to check that they're happy with me being on this ticket. And as well as the food, I am also looking forward to having a chat with the first class hosts. I feel like I'm getting to know them quite well at this point. Also, I want to say a big thanks to Dan, who's one of the first class hosts. I've never actually met them before, but they did give me a heads up on the YouTubes that there were going to be vegan options on the new Christmas menu. And the loco that's going to be hauling me down to Cardiff is 67020. Alrighty, I'm on now. I did just check with the guard and they were happy for me to travel on this, no problem at all. And I tell you what, this is like the busiest I've ever seen at TFW first class. I have just come to the back of the coach and grabbed myself a solo seat. And usually when I travel down to Cardiff, I sit on the right hand side of the train in the direction of travel. But well, because there's quite a few people on here, I might sit on the left today.
Croeso ar drên trafnidiaeth Cymru. Byddwn yn teithio I Caerdydd Canolog.
And we're off. I've got 3 hours and 14 minutes on here now. I've just been handed 3 menus. We've got an all-day bites menu, a festive bites menu, and happy days, it's the lunch and dinner menu. The host just said to me, unfortunately there's no porridge being served on this service. I was like, yeah, I know, CFW have took it off the menu, haven't they? But yeah, anyway, looking at this lunch and dinner menu, for 2 courses it's £26.95, and for 3 courses it's £29.95, and then you can pay to add on a bottle of wine as well. I'm just gonna get the 3 courses.
Welcome on board Transport for Wales. We will be travelling to Cardiff Central.
We've just made a stop at Wilmslow and my starter has been served. It's been served before my drink has actually, but I have got the French onion soup. It smells delicious. So on the menu it says it's a warming onion soup topped with rustic croutons and grilled Stilton. The croutons must have been replaced with a piece of toast today, and I did ask for the Stilton to be removed. That was a yummy starter, and I have been served my coffee now. Thank you. It's almost as tasty as the porridge, that. We've just left Crewe, where you know what you can do, and my main has been served. This is a mushroom and chestnut Wellington, served with roast potatoes, carrots, sprouts, roasted parsnips and gravy. And I'll tell you what, TFW sure know how to do great portion sizes. Anyone want a parsnip though, because there's way too many there for me. Well, I am very full after that, and to be honest, I did prefer the starter over the main. It's probably just my personal preferences, but I do like my roast potatoes crispier and my gravy a bit thicker. But that whole dish was seasoned really well with pepper, and it was lovely to try that Wellington. I've never had anything like that before, and yeah, it was a very filling dish. It's just coming up to 10 to 4 now, and sunset is happening. I do love a good sunset, me. And finally for dessert, I've got the Christmas crumble. Festive flavoured mincemeat, apple, nutmeg, cinnamon and cranberry sauce. Interesting that the dessert has cranberry sauce and the main course didn't, and I did have a choice for it to be served with either custard or plant-based cream. I of course chose the cream. And I have got myself an orange juice to go with it.
We are now approaching Ludlow.
We've just pulled into Ludlow. This is where I got off the train last Christmas when I went to stay at Bucknell Station. Nom. To be honest, I am usually more of a savoury person than a sweet person, but that crumble was very indulgent. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I think TFW excel at food that's served in a bowl, because yeah, just like the porridge, that was very delicious. It's pretty dark outside now, so I'm not going to be able to see all that much out of the window for the last hour on here now. We have just left the penultimate stop of Newport, and to make this journey today I did book my ticket on TfW's website. So for a standard class advance single with a rail card it would have cost me £38.60, but for a first class advance single it cost me £40.55, so that's a £1.95 upgrade price. £1.95 to upgrade. Wow, that is very cheap, and that does include the drinks that I've had. I ended up having 3 overall, and then of course I decided to pay for the 3-course dinner. That was an extra £29.95, bringing the overall cost of this journey to £70.50. And for a first class ride, Manchester to Cardiff, with a 3-course dinner, yeah, I think it's a great price.
Rydyn ni nawr yn nesau at Caerdydd Canolog. Ein stop olaf.
And here I am at Cardiff Central. The train arrived in 10 minutes late, but hey well. As always, when I step off the train here, I've got a massive smile on my face. And the host, Wes, just gave me a chocolate bar as well towards the end of the journey. Not that I could eat this because it's got milk in it, but it's the thought that counts. I'll re-gift it. Right, let's go get out the station. I'm not used to arriving into Cardiff Central in the dark. Whoa, look at this Christmas display at the front of the station. That's cool. Well, happy days, it went to plan today. I mean, it went a bit melons up at the very start, but with regards to the 3-course dinner, it went to plan. And that was my first ever time having a 3-course dinner on a train. I was also the only person in the whole of the first class coach to order any food, but I certainly enjoyed it. I wasn't overly fussed about the main course, but the starter and dessert I absolutely loved. And I can't have a first class ride with TfW and not mention how wonderful the staff are. Yep, once again, I received some brilliant customer service on there. Reeds, my arm is very much starting to ache now, got an umbrella attached to it. But yeah, I'm very happy I chose to come down to Cardiff again this year, just basically to try out that 3-course dinner. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Bye bye!